Hey man, don't come on here with all that bullshit, man. Keep your day job, little home. What the hell you waiting on, fool? Oh, okay, bet. Hey, bet. Let me go put some ice in my cup. Hold on. All right, I'm ready. You ready, fool? All right.
Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown. As we'll see, the Texas Longhorns taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Longhorns will kick it away to start us off. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Line gets set, first down. They'll go to the ground. At the 40, there he goes. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find out really early if you can handle the running game.
Yeah, they're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come in and they're going to give you a steady diet of it. Even when they've had great quarterback play and spread the ball out, it's still a physical principle. They're going to make you stop the run. If you can't stop it, it could be a long game.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Listen, I know that's not a huge game. Those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth-quarter game.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Got him downfield. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown time. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And QBs love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often in this one.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the final 53 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. The give to the back. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They're getting this guy lathered up. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Looking to throw, it's Owens. The quick out. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. What do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down after the rare drop from this dude. The Longhorns decide to punt it away. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. To the ground with the back. At the 45, on his way. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
That's a really nice job plucking that pass. I don't know if another school has done as good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver position. When you think of guys like Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith, this guy, he looks like he could be on the field with all those guys, too. He's got speed. He's got the ability to pluck the football out of the air. What a big-time weapon. How nice is it to play quarterback with this guy on offense?
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, making their guys holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Unleashes it. Snags it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Another first down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Alabama!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Oregon delivered maybe its most thorough thumping in years in a game that featured a ton of big plays, not unlike the way LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, and Jonathan Stewart used to do it. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that one play.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. And you can have that kind of success on first down running the football. It just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
To the air, it's Owens. Safe completion on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Listen, if I'm a QB, second down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable third down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out. He got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
After the incompletion, here comes 2nd and 10 from the 32. Holds and fires complete to the right. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Offense gets set for 2nd down.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Alabama 14, Texas 0.
Sixth play of the drive coming up. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Looking for a man. It's Owens. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. One of the mantras of the Crimson Tide is they want to make your rear end quit. And that defensive line can certainly do that.
Big, physical. You've seen all these guys up front. They're strong at the point of attack, and they make you earn everything you get. And the athleticism when they get you in passing situations and they know you're going to pass, they're going to come after your quarterback.
Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Takes this handoff and headed to the right. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
To the ground. He's got it again. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Say what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Longhorns will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. They'll try the run. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Really nice play getting that 1st down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide recently, they think about the success they've had at the quarterback position. A big reason why, though, those guys have been playing so well, they're throwing to NFL talent all over the field. And this dude right here, he could be the next 1st-round pick at the wide receiver position from Bama.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the grab. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance.
All right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some 1st downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
They'll run it. It's Riley. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You get the guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
The play-action fake. Lets it go to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bama!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air. And this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. LSU dug down deep and found a way to secure a coveted road win. And who knows how the pundits will view this one, but I tell you this, it sure beats trying to explain a bad loss. It's one game, you don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Looking to throw, it's Owens. It's complete to the right. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. And so you got a guy who makes a play downfield like that. How anxious do you think they're going to be to continue in man coverage?
Yeah, I don't know, Reese. They're going to need a plan. They're going to maybe want to think about more zone coverage or maybe even bracketing this running back if he decides to come out of the backfield, because right now they don't seem to have an answer for him.
Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Pulls it and fires to the left. Makes the grab, and he's dragged down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. In the dead center of the field as they try to convert this 3rd and short.
4-2 Spider. Terrier. Gaucho.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Firing to the right, complete. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
The throw to the outside is complete. Tackled immediately after the catch. And the Longhorns headed quickly to the line. They're going to throw it again. The sweet feet buy a little time. Ball's out. The defense scoops it up, and they're bringing it back.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier. And boy, they did it right there.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
We're only in the 1st half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. On the run, it's Riley. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field.
Number 31, on to kick it away.
Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover wasn't great. So, David, they really got to be able to put something positive together on this drive.
Put something positive together, be aggressive, but don't be reckless. Can't have any more of those turnovers.
Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Pressure coming. Quarterback moving.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To throw, it's Owens. looking deep down the right side. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Texas.
Now, a lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. And you can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the returner is stopped. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Out of the gun, the inside give. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive. One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
It's caught. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of
A
him.
little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. He's got a first down and maybe a lot more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll give it to the back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, and the defense holds.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Still running at the 40. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
Handoff to the single back. Fighting off the defender.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
Here's the handoff. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown time! And the pummeling has started. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Notre Dame notched a victory in enemy territory, and though it wasn't a dominant win, I'd argue any win away from South Bend is worth its weight in gold to the Golden Domers. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. He'll try to take it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
He'll start this drive firing. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! And the beatdown has ensued.
I mean, you talk about calling a pretty good defense you feel good about, and you take away the pass, and what does the quarterback do? He pulls it down and just shows the speed, basically becomes a running back, takes it all the way to the house, and makes your defense look sick.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Oh, it's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
He'll come out throwing on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass and take complete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Quickly complete. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it's still a positive game.
They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's Jefferson. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously, the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Well, they're trying to go option, but the linebacker shows his open field tackling ability and also his recognition. He expected the quarterback to keep it, went after him, was able to make the tackle for loss.
Here we go. Face it.
Now the play fake. Fires to the end zone. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
This guy is very proud about his accuracy. That's why he's one of the better quarterbacks in all of college football. And that time, ball just got away from him a little bit. It's going to set up third down.
Okay, ready?
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal.
325.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got it! And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2.
That's why, as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on third down, because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
It's good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Texas offense. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right here.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing every possession is going to be important from here on in.
Off the boot, looking for his man. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives live? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Alabama 45, Texas 7.
1st down to start the drive after the break. Back to pass, it's Owens. Got his man down the middle. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. A strike downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync.
And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got it in the middle. It's Jefferson. And it is a chunk play. A huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. They'll leave it with him. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for a crease, it's Riley. Tackle is made at the 44 after the 5-yard gain and the first down.
Yeah, and he's shown you a little bit of everything today. Shows you why he's a really good back, and the line's paved some holes, and he's right at 99 yards. And the way this game's going with the lead, he's going to get a few more touches, break that century mark, and when you do, you have a great chance of winning football games.
Bought a little time, lets it go. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
He slings it deep to the left. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here.
Convoy. Get set. Get set. Roll it. Roll it. Ready.
They're going to run it. Shakes off the tackler. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in their gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Power football with the run. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
Trying to pound it in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And the stomping has commenced. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Georgia looked dominant on the way to victory today. That offense had zero problem putting up points, and the defense almost resembled the days of Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, and Nakobe Dean. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Comes out throwing on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
back to pass. It's Owens. Fires to the wideout. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And it's his fourth interception of the game. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Bama! With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
You didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team. Jesse trying to get behind the defense. And that is his fifth interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. Right back to the well. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down.
Here we go.
The lone back's got it. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Toss to the outside. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the fourth quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game. Being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
And they'll take a knee. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan meat face, ball game over.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.